So verse 7 tells us that we have redemption and forgiveness. It says, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins according to the riches of his grace. Once again, we see the grace of God. This verse takes us straight to the cross. Redemption means release by paying a ransom. This ancient world, the slave could be freed if somebody paid the price, right? You've seen that before. A slave is working, he's not free, and somebody comes along and buys him and pays the ransom for him, takes him away and sets him free. That's what Christ has done for us. The price that Christ paid was his own blood on the cross. You begin to see how much that he has loved us and what he actually paid for us. God gave his only begotten Son so that we could have everlasting life. Forgiveness means to send away, to remove sin completely. And notice, this is not all just barely enough. It's according to the riches of his grace. Now, can you imagine? God's grace is overflowing. The riches of his grace. So why is it important, do you think, that redemption is tied to the blood of Christ and not just God's mercy in general? There had to be a ransom paid. How would you explain the difference between redemption and forgiveness? You think about those two things, redemption and forgiveness. What's the difference between those? And what does it mean to you personally that God's forgiveness is based on the riches of his grace and not just on your own efforts or mine? Glory to God. Wisdom, prudence, and mystery from verses 8 and 9. And they read like this, wherein he has abounded towards us all wisdom and prudence or understanding, having made known unto us the mystery of his will, according to the good pleasure which he has purposed in himself. God just doesn't forgive us. He also shares his heart. He shares his plan. Paul says that God abounded towards us in wisdom and prudence. Wisdom is insight into the true nature of things. Prudence is the ability to act on that wisdom. I like to call it understanding what's going on and how to take advantage of those things that God has given to us. I mean, that's the wisdom, right? You can have all the wisdom in the world, but if you don't act on it and use prudence, which is the ability to act on that wisdom, doesn't do you all that much good.